I need this routine in my life.
Hey yo YouTube, what's going on? Juniio here and back again, of course, with another reaction video. That's what I do on this channel 99.9% of the time, but just you wait for that 0.01%. However, today is another viewer request, namely from Dante. And even though this was only requested by one person, I wanted to react to the song, so I'm gonna do it because that's what I want. And this song that Dante has requested is Loneliness by the band Wintersun. Now, I can honestly say that I've never actually heard a Wintersun song ever before, so this is gonna be a first for me. I'm very excited. I did a little bit of research. Apparently they're a heavy metal band from Finland, and this song, Winter, is from their newest album called The Forest Seasons. And apparently this album has 4 songs, each one kind of representing one of the seasons. And this one, Loneliness, suitably representing winter. So, you know, I'm all about concept songs like this. This song is over 12 minutes long, so this is gonna be a long video. But you know what? You guys have stuck with me through the 2 reactions, so I'm sure you can handle some good old, you know, Finnish metal. I don't know what to expect other than Dante said they were kind of like folk metal. So I have like a picture in my mind of what they could be sounding like. But we'll see how accurate that really ends up being now one week. So of course, everybody following Dante's example. Leave your suggestions in the comment section down below. And even if it's a very obscure or weird song, maybe I'll pick it. I picked this one and it's got like just over 200,000 views or something. So, you know, not everything on this channel is about the views. Sometimes it's about just random things like deciding to do the opposite of what my subscribers want, and that's honestly the funniest part, and it's a pretty good meme. So I'm probably just gonna keep doing that whenever I feel like it. All right, got some wintry path right here. Okay. I also read or researched that the albums take, you know, a very long time to come out just because of the mixing can get extremely complicated. So I'm interested to see kind of what that could mean, you know? Because of course mixing could probably take as long as you want it to. Like it can be a never-ending process. Yeah. So far, some nice opening strings, nice and peaceful. Some weird kind of clicky, plucking noises right in the back. At the beginning, I mean, we're a minute and 50 in. As soon as the guitars and the drums kind of kicked in, it started to kind of fulfill my expectations of what I was told when I heard kind of like harsh vocals, folk metal. This is kind of starting to fulfill it. It's very somber, very chill right now. The guitar tone, for some reason, kind of reminds me of like, look, I don't want to say Wintersun, so I'm not going to, but it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. But more than that, it reminds me a lot of like doom metal, like death doom, like draconian. Just the kind of like plodding, melancholy, somber nature right now, especially from the Arcane Rain Fell album, which is probably one of my favorite albums by them. Oh, this video is also in 4K. Bro. Sorry if I look like I'm like really concentrated right now. Like I'm just trying to get everything I can out of this mix out of them sound right now, because obviously they've got these guitars and the drums right in the forefront, and there's these kind of strings behind, but there's this kind of like weird skittering, tingly noise that I can't quite identify, and it's just kind of on the edge of my hearing right now, and it's quite tantalizing. Okay, so rewind it a bit. Right off the bat, definitely not what I was expecting. I guess I was coming in with a preconceived notion that it was going to be exactly like Draconian and have some very harsh, distorted vocals kind of over top of this chill, somber guitars and stuff. But coming in, cutting off the distorted guitars, coming in clean with the vocals. The tone's nothing, incredible or insane. It sounds very much like metal singers sound when they sing clean, or at least kind of like not typical metal, but more like folk metal, the doom metal and stuff like that. Symphonic metal, perhaps. Maybe he switches to more distorted metal vocals in a bit. I don't know, but we'll keep listening. Very theatrical.
I'm lost in the fields of snow, far from home. Follow the coast, wander the frozen sky. Growing sorrow when weary eyes swallow the ghost of the lucid dream. What silent will be the mournful sin?
Yo, hold on. Let's pause that for a quick second here. Before I dive into the lyrics, let's talk about that vocal switch up. Of course, I was kind of expecting or anticipating some more distorted, heavy, harsh sounding vocals. However, that was a lot better than I was, or not better, but a lot different than what I was thinking. I think I'm just stuck on Draconian, so I was kind of waiting for like these very deep, almost doom death style metal vocals. However, he's kind of layering both the lows, but what's really standing out to me right now are the higher register of the screams. It sounds very like second wave black metal to me. Like it's very raw, it's very like unprocessed. Like there's not a lot of effects on it. I mean, I'm on a black metal kick right now, so this sounds very nice to me right now. Like, I'm really digging these harsh vocals for sure. All right, let's dive into the lyrics a bit. Once I saw the light in your eyes, but nothing will be any longer the way I remember. I've become someone else and I can't go back. I tried. I'm lost in the fields of snow far from home. Perhaps this guy's talking to somebody that he once saw the light in their eyes. Once, perhaps that can mean the light of love. This person used to love them. I know, I always seem to project romantic relationships on songs. So that's just maybe what I can relate to, or something that I can kind of just like imagine better in my mind. But let's just say for the sake of the song, that's what he's talking about. Once I saw the light of love in your eyes, but nothing will be any longer the way I remember. I've become someone else and I can't go back and try it. Okay, so something happened to him. He's changed in some way and things can't go back to the way they used to be. He's lost in the fields of snow far from home. He's trapped out in this blizzard, I guess possibly self-created, or he's in a situation where he just can't go back to the way things were. Something monumental has suddenly shifted in their relationship or in his life that has, I guess, changed him in a very fundamental way. Now he follows the coast under the frozen sky with a growing sorrow and weary eyes. The weary traveler, he's to some extent accepted his fate, but obviously he's not happy about it. He's just kind of trudging along. Every step is, painful, but he bears it. He shoulders it alone. Swallow the ghost of the lucid dream, and silent will be the mournful sea. So that's one of those really highly poetic, image-heavy lines. Swallowing the ghost of a lucid dream being when you can control the dream, where they seem extremely lifelike to the point where you know that you're in a dream. Perhaps in this lucid dream, he is reliving the old days when they were in love, when everything was all right. He's swallowing the ghost of this. When you wake up, you can sometimes not even remember the dreams at all. And if you have lucid dreams, it's the ones you want to remember, but they just kind of slip away. You swallow the ghost of it. It's like faintest hint of the happiness you felt in your dream, but you can't, it's just not within grasp anymore. Like, it's slipping away, but you try to just absorb as much of it as you can before it goes away completely. And silent will be the mournful sea. I don't have anything for that one. So if you guys do, let me know what that line means. Oh. Okay, so I'm digging this guy's clean vocals a bit more, I do have to say. At the beginning, it seemed a little melodramatic. He was very emotional, which is fine, But it seemed like at the beginning he was kind of covering his lack of vocal versatility with that kind of theatrical delivery, which again is fine. It's just a style. However, I'm just saying that in this kind of second clean verse, he's really more showcasing his range, his vocal versatility and viability to be, sticking with the clean. Into the lyrics. The sands of life covered in white. From the darkest nights to the blinding light, I almost reached home. I was so close, but to be left alone is what hurts the most. Okay. I think the last two are quite apparent, but the first two, let's dissect university. The sands of life covered in white. Well, perhaps white could be the snow, the sands of life, the sands of time slipping away. Covered in snow, perhaps frozen in place. Time is slipping him by, passing him by, but he's trapped somewhere. Stuck, frozen in this purgatory, this weird limbo state, where again, he's been fundamentally changed and he can't seem to adapt to everybody else adapting around him and moving past him in his life. Is that a reach? Am I reaching there? I don't know. I'm just saying what's coming to my mind, alright? From the darkest nights to the blinding light, I think that's just kind of expounding upon the breadth of his experiences right now. He's been trapped in this frozen tundra wasteland and he's experienced it all, the highest highs, the lowest lows, but still all without this person in his life who used to love him. So he almost reached home. He was so close. Maybe at some point he almost was able to redeem himself or figure something out that would make things go back to normal, but being so close doesn't mean you made it. To be left alone is what hurts the most. So perhaps this situation isn't entirely his fault. He was left alone by this person. It could have been ended by the other person. He might have changed and they ended. He's trying to come back, but they're not taking him. Relationships are complicated. A lot of the times, both parties don't know what happened on the other side. So, that's possibly what he's saying here. see that was some good vocal chops right there. That was some nice grit, some nice high notes, all while still being able to portray the emotion. Digging it for sure. So yeah, let's just say those vocals for that last chunk of the right there, insane. Like, he's a really good singer. I was really enjoying that. The one critique, even though it's not really, it's very nitpicky, is that I don't know if it's the chord progression or perhaps the melody he chose to sing over it is very typical. Like, I was kind of able to predict where the melody was going to go as it was happening, which is not a bad thing. I think that just means tried and true. And of course, what he chose was a very epic, invoking a very grand emotion, soaring vocals, you know? So, I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. Step into these lyrics, once again. Am I the only one awake? Am I the only one who's fading away? There's so much I wanted to say. Do I have a reason anymore to stay? I think that right there, he's just lamenting of his plight. You know, he's the only one, maybe the way that he sees the world is he's the only person that can see this, the white covering the sands of time, the things that have frozen everything in place, but everybody seems to just be passing on by and ignoring these monumental changes. He, as a result, is now fading away into the background to be forgotten, a relic of time, if you will. There's so much that I wanted to say. Do I have a reason anymore to stay? Yeah, I think, just saying the same thing. All right, this chunk here. Washed away by the morning sun, hear the howling call from the other side, and so much was left undone. The weight of the world quietly crushed the dying light. I'm not sure what washed away by the morning sun could mean, because the way you could read it as if the morning sun has now washed away, like the snow and ice that is covering this landscape. Or then you hear the howling call from the other side, like perhaps this morning sun is now in fact just revealing the vastness of this emptiness that he has kind of stranded himself in. And he hears a howling call from the other side, and there's so much left undone, the weight of the world slowly crushed the dying light. So despite the sun perhaps giving a glimmer of hope, the weight of the world of responsibility of whatever is affecting right now, crushing this dying light. Okay, yeah, so washed away by the frozen star. So it's a very cold light. So yeah, I think the light is less so like an optimistic thing and more so just like a cold reveal. Feel the burning coldness of the falling snow, and one day when everything is gone, a trail in the snow disappears, and I am finally home. Okay, so he finds his way home at the very end. Feel the burning coldness of the falling snow. Perhaps that could signify like his, almost like his waking up, a realization of what he's surrounded himself in. This icy wall or barrier or, you know, landscape he's put himself in, he has now realized is actually burning him. It's the opposite of what he thought it would be. And then one day when everything is gone, the trail in the snow disappears and I'm finally home. This trail, perhaps there's something he's been following this whole time through. There's something that deviated him from his current path in life, and he's been following it this whole time. But the trail slowly disappears in the snow. He can't find it anymore, and only when he realizes that he was chasing maybe a nothing or a dream or just something not worth having, that he's finally able to find his way home again and hopefully find love. You know, that'd be a happy ending. Again, a very dry, like fuzz guitar tone right now. That little guitar, whatever, lick solo right there, kind of switching up the playing style, very reminiscent of, I guess, more like folk metal that I've heard, almost kind of power metal-ish, so yeah, interesting. Man, I think, you know, the more and more I listen to this song, and I guess it's already been over 10 minutes, the more I'm really, really enjoying it. This guy's voice is really grown on me. It's incredible. And this kind of music as well is just something that it's a kind of metal that I love, that I like to chill to. Like, I know that sometimes sounds counterintuitive to some people, but there's some metal genres that I can just seriously just throw on and just like lie in my bed and just vibe out, just like think about things, enjoy the music. And I think this is probably going to be a band that I'll put on like an album or something and just like man, just vibe out. It's chill, it's powerful, it evokes like emotion. I mean, I think metal is just the greatest genre of music of all time. I think that's just what it is. That's just what it is. There's nothing that metal can't do. Man. Oh. Man. You see, this is the reason I started this channel. This is the reason why I keep doing this. It's to like find and listen to amazing new music that I never would have listened to other time, you know? I don't even care if nobody watches this video, because at least I got to experience this song for the first time, and that's a win in my books, you know? It's a straight up Charlie Sheen win right there. Oh man, that's amazing. Another incredible band. I am loving all this new music I get to listen to. Like it's awesome. Again, like I don't think I have any complaints with this song. That little note I had about the guy's like vocal passages at the beginning became immediately irrelevant with the introduction of the third verse or something. Yeah, I have nothing but praise for this band. That was just awesome. Yeah, and I mean, look, this video is going on for way too long already, so I'm just gonna end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like it. If you like my channel, make sure to subscribe, and of course, leave your suggestions down below. And maybe the next video will be yours. Who knows? Anyways, good night, guys. See you tomorrow, probably. Bye.